time that the priest would come up and they'll state their registry. La Yashala. Amadim, which means to stand. Wapanyahak with dumb and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Daba'a, Watazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazakawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lacham, Kal Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawafyanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'anawa, Banasayawan, Abor, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata, Farat, La, Awalamyam, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. We're going to get bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yasha'ala, Wahaba Yasafarim, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Tawada Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. We're going to get Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Babukwashah, Nathanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lavapa'a, Kamachala, Mukam Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayam, Hakak, Lahafriam, Hamathiam, Hakak, Al Rakawa, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Bashim Yahweh the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leprous, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, All Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yatan, Lamawat, Wagalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makaurai, Yashamor, like an the Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaaka, Wabawaaka, Maitha, Wa'id, Awalam, Aman. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Tacharash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayabyaka, Yahamayawan, Yahamayawan, Ba'ash, Al Imaka, Ya Arayamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a Yazakar, Shem Yasha'ala, Aibad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Lab, Yakabwa, Alyaka, Baryak, Yakarafwa, Ahalya, Adawam, Wayashama'alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagoyam, Gabal, Wa'amawam, Wa'amalak, Palashak, Am Yashabya, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam Hayawa, Zawawad, Labanya Lawat Salah, Aisha Laham Kamadian, Kasiyasara Kayabyan, Banakal Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayanda Ara Hayawa, Daman La Adama, Shayatumwa, Narayamawa, Ka'irab, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabak, Wakazalmanai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amorwa, Nayavasha, Lanawa, Afna Awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatumwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Panyavaka, Kaash, the Ba'ira Ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Hayam, Khan, the Radatma, Basa'araka, Wabasawapaka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwaswa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabaswa, Waya Bahawa, Aya Aid, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'ayawa, Kaya Afta, Shamkaya, Hawa Labaka, Al Yawan, Al Kala, Rataza, Aman. In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also was joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot Salah, do unto them, unto the Midianites, after Sisera, after Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zerab, yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Zamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flames set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Yeshabium, which means to be seated. So Shalom, Israel, with the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, starting at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hunter. And we're not affiliated with any other Israelite group or any other Christian organization. All right. So this is the Lord's Sabbath service class. The Sabbath service is something very important. Like, this is where you learn your language. This is where you learn your culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no other way. Like it. Goddamn accent. I apologize. So now, like, there is no other way to learn our language, man. Like, you got to come to class, get into these classes, learn how to serve the Lord, learn how to properly serve the Most High the way He's supposed to be served. Like, this is where you learn. This is where you come through. You understand? So I want y'all to pay very close attention to this language. Pay very close attention to these scriptures, man, because this is how you learn the language. This is how you learn your culture. If you're so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you are God's chosen people, all right? So we're going to get Numbers chapter 17 in the Hebrew. All right? We're going to start at verse 1. Numbers chapter 17, verse 1 in the Hebrew. وَيَدَبَرْ Yahweh al Mashallah Amar. Verse 2. Amar al Alazar. It's like a Ala-Izar, Ban, Ha'aran, Ha'kahan, Wayaram. Like it. Wayaram, Av, Hamachaf, Hamachafta, Bamayan. It's like it. Mabayan, Hasharapa, Wa'af, Ha'ash. It's like it. Ha'ash, Zara, Hala'ah. It's like a Hala, Kaya, Kodashwa. Verse 3. Af, Machawat. It's like a Machathwa, Akhata'ah, Hakata'ayam, Ha'ala. Banapashafma, Wa'aishawa, Athma, Require, Paka, Pakium, Slacky, Pakium, Pakium, Tasapaya, Slacky, Tasapaya, Lamazabak, Kaya, Hakara, Slacky, Hakwayaram, Hakarayab, Slacky, Hakarayama, Lapanya Yahawa, Waya Kwadashwa, Waya Yahayawa, La'af, Labanya Yasha Allah. Verse 4. Waya Kwak, Allah Izar, Hakahan, Af, Makafwaf, Hana Mapash, like it, Hana Chash, Hana Khashaf, Ashar, Hakarayabwa, Harapash, like it, Hasharap, Hasharap Yum, Slacky, what you require one, what you require ma, Tazapaya, Lamazabak. Verse 5. Zakar one, Labunya Yasha Allah, Lama'ain Ashar, Al Yakarab, Ayash, Zar, Ashar, Slacky Zar, Ayash La'a, Mazarai, Ha'aran, Hawa'a, Lakarata, Slacky Lahakotayar, Kotayar, Slacky Lahakotayar, Kotartha, Lapanya Yahweh, Wila'a Yahweh, Kakorak, Waka'id, like Waka'aidathwa, Ka'ashar, Deborah Yahweh, Dayan, like Bayad, Mashalawa. Verse 6. Wayalandwa, Kal, Aidath, Banya, Yasha'ala, Mamakharaf, Al, Mashawa, Al, Ha'aran, La'amar, Afma, Hamatham, like Hamathma, Af, Aim, Yahweh. Verse 7. Wayahaya, Bahakohal, Ha'aida, Al, Mashawa, Al, Ha'aran, Hayapan, Saki Wayapan, wa Al, Ha'an, Mawa'aid, Wahana, Kasawa, Ha'ainain. It's like a Ha'anain, Wayaba'a, Kawabad, it's like a Kabad, Yahweh. All right, we're going to get it in the English. We're going to get Numbers chapter 17, verse 1 in the English. We're going to get the first 7 scriptures. Numbers chapter 17, verse 1. And Moses spake unto and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and take of every one of them a rod according to the house of their fathers, and all their princes according to the house of their fathers, 12 rods. Write thou every man's name upon his rod. Now a rod is like a staff, all right. And the Lord told Moses to tell the children of Israel according to the houses of their fathers, because your father was always important. Like today, fathers don't mean worth a damn. No thanks to America. No thanks to America. No thanks to our oppressor. No thanks to Planned Parenthood. No thanks to the women's rights movement. No thanks to the women's liberation movement. No thanks to any of that nonsense that we know today. Fathers don't mean worth a damn, but to the Lord, fathers mean everything, because you are who your father is. You come from your father, and that's something that we need to understand. And the Lord is saying it right here. We come from our father. Our father actually matters. How many of y'all knew that? You guys understand? So the Lord told Moses to tell the children of Israel according to the families of their fathers, the houses of their fathers, grab a staff and write your names on them, according to the fathers, according to the men of those homes. Verse 3. And thou shalt write Aaron's name upon the rod of Levi, because Aaron is the head of the house of Levi at this time. All right. For one rod shall be for the head of the house of their fathers. There you go. So now Aaron right here is the head of the house of the fathers of the Levi tribe, of the tribe of Levi. So now every tribe is going to do this. So Judah is going to do it. Benjamin is going to do it. Levi is going to do it. Simeon is going to do it. Ephraim is going to do it. Naphtali is going to do it. Zebulon is going to do it. Gad's going to do it. Issachar is going to do it. Manasseh is going to do it. Asher is going to do it. Y'all get the point? The 12 tribes of Israel are going to do it. All right. Verse 4. And thou shalt lay them up in the table of the and thou shalt lay them up in the tabernacle of the congregation before the testimony, where I will meet with you. So they're going to lay them out in the tabernacle. This is referring to the house of the Lord. So they're going to put them in the tabernacle. All right. So they're going to take all the 12 staffs and they're going to put them in the tabernacle. Now I want you guys to understand that this Numbers chapter 17 is a heavy breakdown. All right. We're going to get 17. We're going to get 7 verses today, and then next week we're going to get another 7 verses. Numbers 17. Listen, Numbers chapter 17 is a powerful breakdown, just like the chapter before it. Numbers chapter 16 is a heavy breakdown. Verse 5. And it shall come to pass that the man's rod whom I shall choose shall blossom, and I will make to cease from me the murmurings of the children of Israel, whereby they murmur against you. Because the children of Israel are murmuring against the Lord of who's supposed to be in charge. Why are we in the wilderness? Why did the Lord bring us here? And now Moses is supposed to be in charge, which the Lord did put Moses in charge. But the children of Israel are like, well, listen, you take too much upon yourself, Moses. Who are you, Moses? Who's telling you to do all this? The Lord brought us out here to die? Like, what's going on, Moses? And so now they're challenging Moses. And so now they're challenging Aaron. And so now Moses and Aaron is being challenged. If you read Numbers 16, Moses and Aaron is being challenged. Well, Numbers chapter 17, the Lord further goes, like, first things first, if you read Numbers in 16, the Lord had to kill some brothers and put brothers to death and open up the earth and swallow them whole just because they were murmuring against the Lord and challenging the authority and the position of authority Moses was in and Aaron was in. So now in Numbers 17, the Lord is going to finalize it all. The Lord going to literally put the cherry on top. And y'all going to get what I'm saying by this. Like the Lord just said it right here. And it shall come to pass that the man's rod who I shall choose shall blossom. I will make to cease from the murmurings of the children of Israel, whereby they murmur against you. Because the children of Israel are murmuring against Moses, which means you're murmuring against the Lord. If you murmur against the Lord, if you murmur against the man that the Lord put in charge, that means you murmur against the Lord. If you go against the man that the Lord put in charge, that means you're going against the Lord. If you're going against the brothers that the Lord put in charge, that means you're going against the Lord. That's why I'm saying this. If you murmur against Moses, if you murmur against Aaron, you murmur against the Lord. This is how you know it's a black man's book. This is how black people talk. Oh, listen, if you go against him, that means you go against me. If you don't mess with him, you don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? We move in one. We are unit together. We move in one. Y'all understand? So this is a black man's book. This is a Latino man's book. Like this is a Native American man's book. You understand? So I want y'all to pay close attention to this, man. The Lord is going to stop these murmurs, man. The Lord is like, listen, you murmur against Moses, you murmur against me. You murmur against Aaron, you murmur against me. All right? We about to establish things right now. Verse 6. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel, and every one of their prince gave him a rod apiece. All right? A prince is like someone in power, a position of authority. For each prince one, according to their father's house, even 12 rods, and the rod of Aaron was among their rods. So now a rod, remember, a rod is a staff. And all the heads of the tribes, right, which were the fathers, everything was based off of your father. They brought it, they put it into the tabernacle. Verse 7, and Moses laid up the rod before the Lord in the tabernacle of witness. So this was the tabernacle of witness. So this wasn't just any type of temple. It was like the house of witness, meaning this right here is dedicated. Well, okay, I wouldn't say dedicated. What it's saying is this tabernacle is for witness. Like this tabernacle, the Lord is going to witness these staffs blossoming. So whatever staff blossoms in this tabernacle, whoever staff blossoms is who the Lord is with. who the Lord put in charge. You understand? Like the Lord had to go to extreme measures just to prove to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to prove to the Israelites, to prove to the Jews who we need to listen to and who's in charge. Imagine that. Just imagine that. That the Lord had to go through great lengths just to get to everyone to understand these brothers are the ones in charge, and y'all need to shut up and y'all need to listen to him. It's just that simple. I pray that everybody understands, all right? So now with that being said, imagine, which means to stand, just us up here. La Yasha'Allah. It's been time that the men of the Lord and all the brothers will come up and salute the Torah. Amadim, which means to stand. Well, Panya Hakwadam, and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Daba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Shaba, Ratazaka, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nadalanawa, Lacham, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawak Nawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'a Nawa, Munasayawan, Abor, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata'apawa, La Awalamyam, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. And then prayer of the curses. Prayer of the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us right now. Listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment, destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment, destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Salakia. The rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school, force their riches to enter thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the nations and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, spies, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posa Kamatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known. There's the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake out thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Sar, which means return. Yeshabyan. Yeshabyan means to be seated for the sisters. Men of Israel. Men of Israel, we're going to give a curse salute to the sisters. It's like a men of Israel, we're going to give a curse salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Brakathum, Yadamata, Sar La'akwafian, meaning turn to the sisters. Men of Israel, men of Akwafian, Amadyan, meaning to stand. All right, Amadyan, meaning to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give a curse salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Shema Lathan Ba'ashim Yahushua, Yanamata. With that, class dismissed.